Good afternoon, everyone. Today I'm here to conduct a shop talk on Honeypot. My name is Soham Kangralkar. I am from CP15 course, my section M2 from Center Dharwad. So the contents of this shop talk are introduction, history, types of honeypot detection, risk of using honeypot, working example for honeypot, and conclusion. So the first topic is introduction. In our computer terminology, honeypot is a computer security mechanism set to detect, deflect, or in some manner counteract any attempts at unauthorized use of information system. This is a similar to police sting operation, colloquially known as baiting a suspect. This is a visual representation of the honeypot diagram. Here you can see there is a honeypot honeypot over here, and this is the security wall, firewall. This is the production internet where the industrialization, the internet work where the production is going on of all the internet and where there is all work going on of the sites. So this is how the honeypot prevents from the hackers from getting inside of the production in the industrial area. So this is just like baiting the suspect, as this shown here, known as baiting a suspect. In this terminology, we use to deflect or detect or in some manner to counteract the attempts. So the second topic is history. On January 7, 1991, while he worked at AT&T Bell Laboratories, Cheswick observed a criminal hacker known as a cracker attempting to obtain a copy of a password file. Cheswick wrote that he and his colleagues constructed a crowd jail or a Roach motel, which allowed them to observe their attacker over a period of several times. On January 7th, when there was a attack going on a AT&T Bell Labs, there was one hacker who tried to crack the code of their firewall and get through their security so that he can get a password file. So he made a crowd jail or an Roach motel to not allow him to go through this firewall, and he made and observed that jail, and he made a jail that can be observed the hacker, and he cannot take an action on the hacker, but he can observe him. In 2017, Dutch police used to honeypot technique to track down users throughout the dark market of Hansa. This is a 2017 issue where the Dutch police use honeypot to track down the users of the darknet market of Hansa in Dutch. The earliest honeypot technique are described in Clifford Stoll's 1989 book, The Cuckoo's Egg. This is the book. In this, Clifford explained that how honeypot works in the early age of 1989. In this, they tell that how honeypot users catch the hacker in this year while using this technique. So there are types of honeypot. According to the use of the honeypot and action based on the involvement level of involvement, based on development, honeypot may be classified as production and research honeypot. Production of honeypot. Production honeypot. The most common type of production honeypot is a type of honeypot that's used to collect cybersecurity related information within a business or organization production network. Once deployed, the production honeypot will wait for an attack. If an attack occurs, it may collect data such as originating at internet protocols, IP addresses, traffic frequency, and volume directories, accessories, and more. The production honeypot are low interaction honeypots which are easier to deploy. So these are the honeypots which are used to get the information from an organization or business and organization production network. Once deployed, the production honeypot will wait for an attack. If an attack occurs, it may collect data such as internet protocol frequencies, and it may use other types of techniques to get the data from the production network, so that it can collect data and it can get through experiences, and it can tell the network company that he's using certain types of techniques to get through your firewall, and he can then we can counteract the attacks from different types. They give less information about the attacks and attackers than the research honeypot. So they give the less information about the attackers, as they don't do anything, just wait for the hacker and give some time to give, and they have very low interaction, as they said here, which are easier to deploy. They give less information about the attackers and attackers than the research honeypot. So research honeypot. A research honeypot, on the other hand, is a type of honeypot that's used to collect information about the specific methods and tactics hackers use. Like production honeypot, they consist of a fake data that looks sensitive and valuable to hackers. Research honeypots are also collect information about attacks and vulnerabilities. Research honeypot typically aren't used by businesses; rather, they are used by government and research organizations. So these are not same like the production honeypot, and they are different. They use specific methods to, yeah, methods and tactics hackers use. They contract them. Like production report, they consist of fake data that looks sensitive, so they use the breathing system in this type of honeypot, and they attract the hackers so that they can collect the information about the hackers and their vulnerabilities, so they can get the experience through researching on the hacker, and they can get certain counteract techniques to counteract the hackers. Honeypot detection. Just as honeypot are weapons against spammers, honeypot detection system are spammers employed counter weapons. As a detection system would likely use a unique characteristics of specific honeypot to identify them, such as the property value, pairs of default honeypot configuration. Many honeypots in use utilize a set of unique characteristics larger and more daunting to those who detect and vulnerable and thereby identify them. So this is how detection works as told. They have characteristics of specific honeypot to identify them. They such as property value, pairs of default honeypot configuration. They already have such configuration, so they can get detected and by the hacker. Means they can detect the hacker anywhere. Those seeking to detect and thereby identify them. So they can seek through them, and they can, as they have done research on the hackers, they can track them, and they can give specific details about it, and they are used to it. So they will give some details about it, and they will able to use it, and they may use it as a detection system also in their system, so that they can give some techniques to in them. Risk of using honeypot. The greatest disadvantage of honeypot is they have a narrow field of view. The second risk of a honeypot is that they may attract legitimate users due to lack of communication in large-scale enterprises network. For example, the security team who applies and monitors the honeypot may not disclose the honeypot location to all users in time due to the lack of communication or the prevention of insider threats. As you can see, this is very simple to explain. The security system is so tight that they cannot share the information about themselves to other users who are using the honeypot, because due to which the hacker will notice it, and he may track you also, and he can backstab you. This is the second. And the first is that they have have a narrow field of view. Just like the given example, they have only one side view, and they do not have double side. Means they can see only through, and they can backstab you. So this is they have lack of communication. That's why we to prevent from the insider threats. This is an example of honeypot.
After collecting and parsing through the log file, I was able to find some interesting trends within the.
This guy has collected a research database on how he has worked through it. This is the start date of the collection, and this is the end date of the collection. The collection stopped on 1/25/21. These were 30 days powered on 20 days collection. The hacker tried to attempt 99,804 times. Top 10 IP geographical locations. These are the geographical locations that the hacker shows, but we cannot show that these are the geographical time. This is the time, or this is the time which he used in it, and this is the location where he used. This is the most out of the topic, and this is means very much Cambodia is out of the this is odd and even. So that's like China, and this is all odd, and this is just like even here it has shown the percentage 90 percentage. These are the password attempts that hacker used to try and log in through the system while he was researching about it, and finding about it. This is the percentage of per he has given the database of it per attempts he had tried to do in the percentage. This is the most common. As you can see, this is the password he searched through Google, as it shows next. See, he searched over, he clicked, copy paste the password and he searched for a site. Then it shows that it is the most common analysis predictions that used in a system. So he tried to log in through it. So these are the other passwords he used. These are one of the passwords he is trying to find out. This is the collection he get. So conclusion: honeypots, like all technology, have their drawbacks, and biggest being their limited field of view. Honeypots only capture activity directed against them and will miss attack on other systems. For that reason, security experts do not recommend replacing existing security technologies with those systems. So we see that there are drawbacks and there are also benefits about honeypot. But as you can see, today's system do not use this type of security because as you can see, we cannot communicate in that this type of system. So that's why we have not used honeypot and we have not replaced it. And as experts say, these are not recommended. Thank you.